Getting ready, guys. Getting ready. I'm getting everything together, running late. Give me a minute. Yeah. All right, Bigfoot World. What's going on, Bigfoot World? Another Friday Night Live. Let's get it going, guys. It's been a week. But we're here. We're here. All right, he said, roll on. Hey, that's some beautiful music, guys. A little drummer boy. If you didn't know, you got from the Phoenix. It's a beautiful group. You guys got to hear it. Hit that like button, hit the down button. It's all up to you guys. But we're going to get it started, giving everybody a minute to get in here. It's all good, Kathy. But it's good to see everybody made it. What's going on, Bigfoot World? It's been an interesting week so far. Guys, I've been trying so hard to make it out to the new spot, man. I don't even got a name for it yet, bro. It's got its own name. Forbes State Forest. I've been trying so hard to get out there. I just ain't been able to make it. Hopefully this week. I want to get to the auto spots, be honest with you. What's going on, Callie? Good to see you, man. Did I see Trump? I hope I don't, man. We ain't talking politics on here. We gonna leave politics out of this shit. Good evening. What's going on, Mindy? Gotta get on. Yeah. I hear you hearing the truth. I like that. 4 inch tall, that's inches. Yeah, it's inches. I was looking at that, man. Colorado Bigfoot, 4 inch tall Bigfoot. It check it out. I'll just leave it at that. Just check it out. I ain't gonna comment on it. But I got a little list here. Not much, guys. We'll start off with the t-shirts. Hope everybody got to see that first one. That's the first t-shirt, guys. That's getting ready to come out October 1st. Definitely got to get one. You definitely got to get one. There's going to be 3 different ones. The first one's the one you guys seen. The front had that on the front of it, and Into the Woods would be on the back. But that was a perfect saying, and that saying was created by Dawn. For some reason, your last name slips my mind. I'll think of it before we leave here. The second shirt is going to have a picture of me on there. It's like a cartoon image of me on the front and Into the Woods with Jeff on the back. The third shirt, I can't never remember. Into the Woods. Yeah, Bob, I made it out there. I definitely got it out there. I mean, on the camera, the footage of the camera that I left behind, shit, I watched like 70% of it so far, and it's just looking at the woods. Nothing really going on yet. No sounds. But if you guys want me to post it, I'll post it. It's up to you guys. So far, what I watched of it, it really wasn't much on there. Just woods and shadows. That's basically it so far. I mean, a couple possibles, but you just don't know. Did I get a haircut? No, I need one. I definitely need one. What was that? Thanks, Mindy. Everybody forgets I'm on live on Friday Night Live. Everybody knows I'm on live, and they always forget. But anyways, what's next? The peanut butter guys. Did you see that video? They took that shit. All the peanut butter was gone except for a half a jar, and the half a jar was that was unbelievable. They unscrewed that lid. They dug all the way down to about this far from the bottom of all that peanut butter. That was something else. I was excited to see that. I was so happy because I had to literally unscrew the lid back off. Dawn, there he is. I see you. He said, "I'll be buying a few." You're the one that came up with that saying. That was definitely coming from you, and it definitely turned out good. I like that shirt. I like it a lot. I got a couple just for myself as well. Well, I got a couple of each for myself. I like all the shirts. They turned out really nice, and they're thick. They're double layered. Man, guys, they're nice this time around. But I'm done with talking about the shirts. They're coming out October 1st. Definitely get one, guys. I ain't figured out the kinks. We're still in the final stages of finishing all that off. The shirts are coming along good. I mean, they're coming. I couldn't ask for a better shirt. Quality, the words, the lettering, I like it all. It's all nice. But that peanut butter, guys, that blew my mind. You guys seen how excited I was when I seen that. But I walked out through there. I walked out and I came back through there the same way. And that was the only jar of peanut butter that was left out of like five or six. Jeff put like 5 or 6 jars of peanut butter out through that maze, walking out through them rocks. And you see Cookie, and that wasn't there. I mean, it's gone. Everything's gone except for that half a jar. And that half a jar was so clean on the inside, all the way down, except for that much. And then you can see on the side, on the inside, where they were scraping with a stick, and they left some of the bark off the stick inside the jar. And after they was done with it, and you can see tongue marks, teeth marks in there. After they was done with it, they finally screwed it back, put the lid back on, and tossed it over to the side. But at the same time, did you see where Jeff left that peanut butter? He left that moss on a stick. This is the third time moss on a stick. They gifted moss on a stick. I have no idea what the hell this moss on a stick means, but lately it's been popping up a lot. It's been popping up a whole lot. You seen the faces on the white rocks. I filmed them a few times, and that's not natural. There's nothing natural about them. Dean was the first one that spotted them off. It blew my mind when I seen them. There's a lot of carvings out there on them rocks. It's definitely some ancient carvings out there, ancient writing. There's different stuff out there. But that moss on the stick it's definitely something. It means something. You guys out the new spot in Forbes State Forest, you seen that big ass tree with the big ball of moss on it. I got bones with moss on the end of it that they left me. What else? And now just this one here with the peanut butter that Jeff left. They had moss on the stick or laying on the ground, right in the same spot that Jeff left the peanut butter. So that's definitely something. It means something. So we got something established with these guys. We got like a little gifting thing going with them. Hopefully something transpires out of it. I just hope it ain't bad. It don't turn out bad, because I know gifting animals is not good, because they start depending on it. And then that one time you come out there, you ain't got it. They're actually hungry and they're waiting on that shit. They might beat your ass for that shit. They might get an attitude and just light that ass up. You don't know how they're going to act when it comes down to it. So we just got to make sure I got a jar of peanut butter whenever I go in there at all times. What is it going to come down to? I'm going to hook them up. I'm going to definitely take them some stuff out there. Some more hug jugs. I'm going to take them some cinnamon. And I want to go through there a little bit better and see if I can find the rest of them jars, because they're gone. They're completely gone. They sat there and ate the one and took the rest and rolled. That's what they did. But I'm definitely going to get them some creamy peanut. I'm going to get them a little package deal. Little care package going on for them. What am I drinking? I wish it a little bit stronger, but unfortunately, I'm drinking some black coffee. black as you can get. Moss is used to this day as medicine. Yeah, I heard that. But bedding, fire retardant is used for a few different things. Even shelters on the roof stop the rain from coming in. Get that cam next time I go. Man, on that camera, listen, I looked, I went, I rolled up on that camera, and I'm like, this ain't cheap. This is a couple $100 high tech camera. It's got about 4 or 5 different lenses on it. It's got night vision. It's got everything on it, fully loaded. The voice was saying, "Put that shit in your pocket and go. Just go with it." And it's like I had a devil on this shoulder and an angel on this shoulder. It's like, take the shit. It's yours. You found it. Finders keepers. And then this little dude over here is, if you take that camera, your shit's gonna be gone. You don't want somebody taking your shit. It's like they was battling. It's my head is weird, man. It's crazy. And you seen who won. You seen who won. I ended up leaving everything. I was even thinking about taking the SD card, leave the camera. Let's just go with it. And then at the end of the day, I just left it. I didn't take anything. It just, I wouldn't want somebody to take my shit. Just, it's like a cardinal rule out in the woods, man. You see somebody's shit out there, just leave it the way it is. You wouldn't want somebody to come out there and mess with your research and the things that you're trying to do with yourself. So I just left it alone, man. What's going on in that? I see you on here. Beautiful Annette. You've been in missing MIA lately. Thanks, Scooby, Steven. Cookie's hanging out, man. She's all right. She back to normal. She building up her weight a little bit better. She looking good. Our elders eat moss and no longer have to go to dialysis. That's something to think about. Damn, I heard about that, and I'm sorry to hear about that. At the same time, I I lost my gram, and that was like my mom to me. That hurt. Hey, mom, what's going on? Good to see you on here. She's hanging in there, but Annette, hang in there, man. Keep your head up. That's nothing easy. Believe me, I know we're going through it. Me and my mom, the family's going through it as well. As you've seen, we wasn't ourselves lately, but we're getting back right, getting our heads together, getting back out in the field, and trying to make things happen, man. But keep your head up in that. It ain't gonna get easier. I ain't gonna say that, and I ain't gonna say and blow smoke up your ass. But hang in there, man. Stay strong. We get through this shit. But guys, this week I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I've been trying to get cheese back out there, but I think I screwed up again. I might have screwed up again because whenever we was out there in the forest, man, a couple times I seen that look before. He give me that same look that Mike give me, and yeah, I ain't seen Mike back out there in what, like 2 years now. Money Mike, man, he need to get over that fear, get back out in the woods. I just hope I didn't put that fear in cheese, because he's pretty cool out there. He's pretty good. He's quiet. He's stealthy, and he's definitely he know what he's doing out there. And to scare him the first trip out, that was suck. That was suck. It might have been too much activity. I was not expecting that much activity to be out there in the mid afternoon, just going off like that. But you can't predict what they're going to do at any given time. At any time, you just don't know what they're going to do. Mike's fired for sure. Thanks, Kathy. I seen that. Amy Schultz. Mike, Money Mike. I think it was a combination. The last time it did it for both of them, Jeff and Mike. Um, I can't even remember where we was, what spot we was in, but it might have been Bigfoot land. To be honest with you, I'm thinking it was Bigfoot land. It happened in. I'm almost positive it happened in Bigfoot land. We was coming through the rocks. We was coming through the rocks, and when we came out on the other side of the rocks, Jeff and Mike was behind me and they was talking. Ken was back there and we was all walking out. And when we came out on the other side of the rocks, we like walked into something we shouldn't have walked in because on each side of us they was talking. They was like trying to figure out what just happened, what's going on, because they were chattering back and forth with each other and we're in the middle. And Jeff tried to plow through us and take off running. And I tried to bear hug him like, don't run. This is not a good time. Just stand here. Now let's back up. And when we started to back up, a stick whizzed across there, and Mike took off back the other end into the rocks. Gone, flew. I couldn't grab him. There was Jeff, and then Mike was on the other side, and I couldn't reach over and I couldn't grab him. He was already gone, and that just pretty much did it. When that happened, and they realized how close they was to us and how they was talking and acting right there, it's like it scared them and they don't want to go back out there. That freaked them out. KN, she's ready to go back out. It really didn't strike her as that bad, but Jeff and Mike, that I seen the look in their eyes, and they'll never go back out to them woods. I mean, I'm working on it. I'm trying to get them out there, but man, it's bad. And it's what's weird. Mike had an incident where he had two big Bigfoot come down. They split us up, and two big Bigfoot come down and bum us, or was going to take him. Was about to take Mike, and I ran up after Mike, hollering, "Get down, Mike! That's for you." And he still went back out to the woods. He went back out for a few years after that. But at the same time, when this happened, it just like killed them both. I don't know if they was both vibing off each other and was getting scared off of each other's emotions, but they're done. They won't go back to the woods. And Etri Maislin, is that it? I appreciate that, man. Apple and peanut butter for sure. I appreciate that a lot. And they had a rude awakening. I think they kind of suspected it. It wasn't fully 100% sure that if they was out there, they're thinking something's out there, but they didn't know what. And when they finally got that eye opening, like, oh shit, that's them. They're right here. Look, they're right here. That was it. That killed them. That definitely killed them. That's how she wrote. And I've been working for like 2 years now to get him back out there. And Jeff will say, yeah, Dad, we'll go out there. We'll go get it done. And when it comes down to it, oh, I got to work, or Ken got a doctor's appointment, or this. He always got something he got to do. Joe Robin Hood himself, man, I appreciate that. I definitely do appreciate that. And I can't believe I'm losing my voice. We ain't been here 10 minutes, man. That's some bullshit. Dollar Tree sells peanut butter for $1. That's what's up, Kim. And you're right, Family Dollar. Or no, that's $1. Whatever it's called. The back hurts. Shit, I know the feeling, man. I know the feeling. Who you talking about? Jeff and Mike? They definitely do, but not to the point where they think I'm gonna get them jacked up. They didn't tell me yet, and I forgot to ask them, Mom. But soon I'm gonna ask them after this live stream, and I'll text you. I want to know myself. I hope they do have twins. I hope they do, Mom. That'd be cool as shit. Cause all the shit he put me through, twins will suit him just fine. It's all good, Mindy. The honey will see the throat. I need some money. I definitely do. J. Robin Hood strikes again. I hope it's twins too, Mom. How's Fred doing? He's in there, hanging in there. He's getting his life together, man. He's doing good. Fred's doing real good, actually. I'm glad to see him on his feet, moving, doing his own thing. He's living life now. It's good to see him like that. The parents curse, you're right. You're right about that shit. Let me check my notes, see what I missed. Um, I think I always do that. I go through the whole list in like first 5 minutes, and then we just rest of the time just saying here bullshit and having fun. I like doing that anyways. I don't even need a list half the time with you guys. That's what it's all about. Just coming in here, bullshitting what's going on in your neck of the woods. This is what's going on in mine. Take it with a grain of salt, and you know what I mean. And that's how we learn, guys. That's how we figure out what's going on in the world. Because they're not definitely not going to tell us. They're definitely not going to tell us. Take a pumpkin. Hey, John, man. I tell you what. I tell you what. Hey, we get a pumpkin out there if you carry that shit out there. You talking about carrying a pumpkin a few miles in the forest over dead trees and logs and falling and barricades and holes and shit. You go out there with me with a pumpkin and hey man, we'll get it done. We'll get it done, John. What did it find on camera? I watched a good percentage of it so far, and I didn't see too much. I didn't see too much at all. Pumpkin is heavy, but see, it's heavy as shit to be carrying in my house. I know, right? 1,000 subs, and man, that's not easy to do. That's definitely not easy to do. And especially nowadays, man, it's hard to get subscribers. I've been trying to get 13,000 subscribers for like a year now. I've been stuck on like 12,000 for almost a year. It's just not moving. It's been at a standstill. And now I'm finally like 18, 17 away from finally reaching that 13,000 mark. What about beef jerky? I think if I take beef jerky out there, any kind of meats, that'll bring in the wrong critters, and I'm not really trying to do that. I'm trying to keep like the foods that I know is them taking it. Like the peanut butter, there's no denying they're unscrewing the lid. They took the lid off, set it down, ate the peanut butter, and put the lid back on and threw it to the side. That's intelligence. There's no animal going to do that. That's some good intelligence, right? They're not stupid, man. They're not stupid at all. And you guys keep keep it going. You think the Bigfoots are fallen angels? Thanks, Robin Hood. What I think, if I had to take a wild guess, and I think I said it before, go on a limb, I have no idea. I'll be honest with you. I still have the plot watcher. I ain't been putting it out there lately, but damn, you sidetracked me. Okay, what I think about the Bigfoot shit, I believe that like in the beginning, maybe you see they can trace the mother side of us all the way back to one, and and but they can't trace the father side of us at all. They said they're claiming it's two broke up. I believe that they can to a point, but I think the Sasquatch, as crazy as it may sound, I think they may be the mother side of us, and they can trace us all the way back to them. And something off planet came down and manipulated with the Sasquatch or Bigfoot or whatever, and came up with us. So I don't know how you wanna. I think they was always here. They was always a part of this planet. something else came down and messed with them and messed around and had us or created us or some. I think it's something along them lines. Man. I never said they was angels. I don't know. I can never make that claim, that assumption. He was a chimp. See, there you go. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna get on board with you, and then I'm gonna lose about 3,000 subscribers. So I'm gonna leave that one alone. Ancient ancestors, I think they are, man. I think they are there. That's my thought on them. And it's everybody got thoughts on them. But when you see them and you look at them and you see how they look at you, like how they look down at you, it's like there's a it's hard to explain, but it's like they're there checking up on you when they're looking at you, looking down on you. You get that feeling like it's hard to explain. Like the one time when me, Carrie, and Fred was out at the waterfall at night, and that Bigfoot came into the light, that big gigantic black face. He had no hair on his face, and he like stepped into the light for about 10 seconds and looked down on us. And it's like he just came in and checked in on us, and then like 10 seconds, 15 seconds maybe tops, he backed out and then disappeared. He was 5 feet right there and then just disappeared right there. I mean, not physically disappeared, but he was out of sight. He disappeared into the night. He was gone. Didn't even hear him taking off. That's the crazy part. But he was gone as fast as he came. He showed up like, "Hey, what's going on? I'm here." And it's just a weird feeling that you get when you run into him. It's more than just fear. They back to the caveman era. I think they walked along beside the caveman. I think they was here first, long before us. Debbie, I'm not getting on board with you. You saw half cloaked Bigfoot. Man, with this cloaking shit, I've been seeing some crazy things, man. I've been catching some crazy things on film when it comes to cloaking, and I can't chalk it up to say it's a Bigfoot. I think there's something else out there. There's another creature out there with cloaking abilities, possibly shape shifting. It's out there in the woods. It's not in just one set of woods. Seems to be in all these forests, because I found evidence of them in like 2 or 3 out of all the areas that I have. I found them in like 2 or 3. Hey man, hey Jay Robin Hood, there you go. A lot of your videos, you can see them ducking down. I know when I'm panning back in behind me. I've been working on this thing. But I just ain't got the right mount yet. I want to get like a stabilizer and pan it right here, like mount it right here to where it's behind me and filming it the whole time while I'm walking out. I'm still working on this, but I can't find the right mount or harness or whatever. Once I do, it will be out there. You guys been telling me to film behind me a lot, and I've been working on it. I just ain't got the right harness. I got the right camera. It's a 4K high definition camera. So it will pick up a lot. What's going on, Siri?
One moment.
What you gonna tell me? She just come on and say one moment. Like, damn. It's like that, man. You gonna interrupt the show for that? And then they don't even tell me shit. I don't know, man. I've been talking about Dean. He might be mad at me. Nah, I'm just playing. Dean ain't mad. He probably just got something to do. You say that Native Americans know about him? There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that. It ain't even just the Native Americans. Most farmers know about them. Most people that live in the mountains know about them. If you live with them, you know about them. 100%. It's maybe a lot of people, maybe 60, 70% of the people ain't talking about them outside their family, but they know about them. Put a GoPro on my backpack. That ain't the problem. It's the problem is mounting it. That last time I tried to mount it, it was pointing down, and the whole time it was pointing down at the ground, and I got like 3 hours of filming the ground. It was like wasting my time. Take them corn on the cob. I don't know. I'm gonna take them something. Maybe eventually I'll get some corn on the cob. You call them wood burgers. That's what I mean. There's a lot of people that know about them. You'd be surprised you know about them. I was surprised. And my uncle, just not long ago, guys, just not long ago, I was at the club and my uncle was trying to make fun of me with this guy that was there. Like he hunts Bigfoots. He out in the woods looking for Bigfoots. And all of a sudden, his name was Bill. He jumps off his quad like he can't talk. He has throat cancer and the hole in his throat. He has to cover the hole and talk. And he got all excited and he's like, I see one. I see one. And he kept tapping on him like he know what he and Joe felt like an ass because he thought he was gonna sit there and make fun of me while the whole time he's over there. He seen one too not long ago walking out over the power lines and shit. He's like, I seen it over the power line walking. It come across the power line on him while he was walking. But I like when that shit happens. You thought you was gonna make fun of me, and then all of a sudden he seen the same thing that I'm out there chasing. So, what you making fun of? Pay it forward. It's all good, man. You're here. That's all that matters. They love both over here. I think I don't know. I'm gonna experiment with a couple of different things when it comes to the food. When it comes to food, I'm gonna give them a couple different things, like shit that's preserved, shit that lasts for a few days. Like that bread, it's full of mold out there. It's still hanging out there. I'm gonna have to go out and get that bread and get it out of there, get it out of them woods, because they're not messing with that bread at all. I should have took it out the last time I was out there, but I just I just didn't have nothing to carry it, and I wasn't trying to walk out with a whole moldy loaf of bread. But I'm gonna take a bag this time with me. Is there Amish? There's Amish up on top of the mountain. It's Amish lands. It's like borderline Pennsylvania and Maryland, right along the line of it. We always go up there and get the Amish cookies, Amish muffins. Man, they can bake. I don't know what they're putting. I swear they're putting weed in the muffins, but I won't tell. They got the best muffins, best cookies, raisin cookies, oatmeal cookies. Man, Amish can cook. They can bake. They know what they're doing when it comes to that stuff. Try some sweet stuff. See, I'm gonna try a couple things now. I'm on a budget, guys. I'm on a budget, but you guys keep making me rich with all these donations. Mr. J. Robin Hood, he like steal from the rich and give it to the poor. He been giving to the poor, man. They use real butter. They they cook good, man. They really do. If you get a chance to eat Amish or get some Amish baked goods, get some. And the jellies too. They got homemade jellies, jams. Man, the Amish should sponsor me. But for real, they got some good bakes. Depends on your food gifting. They are quite fine by themselves. They bake with lard. I don't know what they bake with, but it's good. What does it take? You mean a rake? Man, guys, I'm sorry I had to clickbait you guys, but it clickbaited the shit out of me. I swear I so clickbaited. When I first got out there, I'm walking and I'm trying to head back toward the rock area, and I kept to my right. I kept hearing this like the rake sound, that creature that everybody's been picking up. There's this subspecies, guys, that's been surfacing on everybody's videos. All this research, I can't even say it researchers, but YouTubers, a lot of YouTubers that's exploring abandoned places, going to haunted areas, and they're catching these subspecies. Wow, this YouTube is behind, but they're catching these subspecies, these white humanoid creatures, and they're making these screechy ass sounds, almost like they're using infrasound. They're coming up. I think it's because of the fracking that's going on for the last 10 years that they've been doing underground. It's doing something underground and it's pushing all the creatures underground out. But it's all over. They've been popping up a lot. Too much for it not to be real. You know what I mean? I don't know what they are, but they're white. They're so white to where you can tell they're not getting no sun. And the screechy sounds that they make, they're always bald, no hair. They're a subspecies, and they're coming out for some odd reason. Whether they're running out of food, whether something shifted under there, the fracking scaring them out. There's something. There's something going on with them, and that's what a rake is, and that's what I kept hearing over to my right, like 50 yards out. I kept hearing this rake sound, this screeching sound, and I'm following it like. Damn, am I stupid? The whole time I'm cussing myself. Why am I doing this? I'm doing this for the fans. Am I doing it? What am I doing? So I'm walking, and as I get up there, looking around, it got close, and then I look, try to zoom in over beside a rock. It sounded like it was coming from a rock. Then the next thing I know, right up above me, it makes that sound. I was like, "Oh, you got me!" It was two trees rubbing together. Like you got me. The woods freaked me the F out. I was ready to run before I even got there. It's a human that ain't human no more. I don't know what they are, but they're there. There's a lot of people that's not here tonight, that's MIA. Maybe they got mad at me for something I said last week, or maybe they just had something to do. It's Friday night. They finally lifted the coronavirus tonight, or not tonight, but this week. They lifted the coronavirus in Pennsylvania. That thing in the trees looked like a predator. I watched that video thousands of times. Every day I watch it at least 100 times, trying to figure out what the hell it is, where it came from, what it could be. I don't know what it is, and I never seen anything like that in my life. I watched it frame by frame. I don't know how many times, and it takes a couple different shapes, and then the final shape, it like opens up to like an octopus with all these legs going around it, and then it cloaks out to the same color as like the green leaves. That shit blew my mind. And I've been out there walking with these things all along. You know what I mean? I don't know what they're about, what they are. They're not. I don't think, and I think people seeing them and they're confusing them with Bigfoot, and Bigfoot's getting these special abilities because people are seeing the things that these other creatures are doing, and I don't think it's the same entities. I think it's two different creatures altogether. I don't know what they are, but they're there, and I don't think they're a Bigfoot. Man, I definitely watched it over and over too. You shoot the link, Long Island. I think I seen a lot of your stuff on my Facebook page. Oh, and I seen the comment and I didn't comment. My fault. Let me find you. People just don't get the point. But damn. One minute, guys. I shouldn't be too far away from it. That was the Indians that gave the tobacco to Bigfoot. I seen that. Guys, and another thing I want to talk about, I seen some crazy shit today. I just thought about while I was looking for this comment. Oracle of the Crows will definitely hit the woods. I want to say Sunday or Monday. Message me Sunday morning and we'll figure something out. Or message me Saturday and we'll figure something out for Sunday or Monday, one of them 2 days. We'll get out there into the woods, use your psychic medium abilities, see what's going on, see what you think about them. Hopefully you don't get too scared when activity starts happening. But I'm scrolling back down, guys. I do too, Hedrick. I do too. But guys, I seen some crazy shit this morning. I got off of work this morning. I went to the club, hang out, and I was sitting there just looking out at the pond, and this gigantic crane comes flying in, right? And he comes flying, landing into the water. And I look over at my uncle, was like, "Hey, did you see how he landed? His wings are like 6 feet, man." Sunday's better. That's cool. But he had like 6 feet wingspan. This dude come flying in, causing all these waves into the water. And I'm looking at my uncle like, "Hey, did you see this shit? That was cool." And I look back and he's gone. Like, where did that thing go? How the big bird this big just disappeared? And I'm looking back like, "Yo, you seen that bird, right?" And when I look back, he's right there. Like, wait a minute. What the? I know that what you got in this shit. It's like, what's going on here, man? So I'm watching him. I'm watching this crane, and he's sitting there, and he's going, and then next thing I know, he goes straight underwater, and this dude swimming underwater, right? Not just a couple seconds. He's under there for a while. This bird was underwater swimming for like almost a minute, and then he comes over, pops back up on the other side of the damn lake. And I'm like, this dude, the birds are revolving. These damn things are underwater, swimming underwater, catching fish. It's just crazy. I never seen a bird swim underwater. That dude went underwater for like a minute, was swimming. I was thinking, did you see this shit? What the hell? What you put in this shit? But man, that bird was underwater and was swimming the whole length of the lake, from one side to the other, underwater, and then dove back out like a fish and just floated up there for a second, and then he went right back down under. I mean, that shit was crazy. I never seen that like that. I was trying to get that shit on film, but when I went to the Jeep, got my camera, and come back, the damn thing was gone. So it's like, but that was like the greatest thing. I never knew that they did that shit. I never ever knew. I never knew. They swim underwater for a long time, for like a minute, over a minute. He paid for it. He was swimming, man, underwater. I would that just blew my mind because at first I'm sitting there looking at. I watched it come in, land, and then I look at my uncle's like, check that out. He got a big ass wingspan. I look back, like he's gone. He disappeared. Like, hey, do you see that shit? And when I look back again, he was there floating. Wait a minute, like, is this that Mandela shit? You something messing with me? This ain't right. Thanks, Keith. That means a lot. Oh, that's why they call Fisher Crane. See, I didn't have no clue they went underwater. Man, I wouldn't mind coming to Florida. That shit. Florida. Especially winter's coming up. That I wouldn't mind coming to Florida at all. The wings turn into paddles. That just blew my mind. I never seen nothing like that in real life. Just sitting out there looking at a pond and watch this bird just diving underwater for long periods of time, swimming around underwater like he knew what he was doing and came right back up. It blew my mind. I wasn't expecting that shit like that. 3 thumbs down, that's what's up. Well, two, because one of them mine. You know, I got to at least get one of them in there. Washington State. There's a lot of Bigfoot going on up in there, too. Money Mike. Did I quit smoking? Nah. My cigarette just went. I guess I did quit smoking for a couple minutes because it went out. I ain't crossed that bridge yet, but soon. I gotta cross that bridge soon on quit smoking. What big head? They say out in BC, Canada, Bigfoot swims. Yeah, he does. They swim. They swim with no problem. Right here in this river, they're in this river digging clams, mussels. That's why they have the hooded nose like we do, because they're aquatic. Well, there's no doubt about the Bigfoot swimming. They swim better than us. And could you imagine how long they could sit underwater or hold their breath with the lung capacity they have? They when it comes to shit like that, they got us beat 10 times fold, maybe 100 times fold. They can do everything we can, but better. Fuck it, I will roll swiftly now. I gotta send it some. I hear you, man. What part don't you understand? Right? Tell them again, man. I hear you, Gary. Is there Bigfoot in Staten Island? They're swimming there. They're on there. There's a lot of activity of Bigfoot over there on the Staten Island. And could you imagine the other shit that's going on over there on that island? It's like I see you, Brad. Come to Ireland. Man, I wish I could go on tour. I would love that. I would love to get a little camper and me get everybody together, me, Fred, Money Mike, Jeff out there, and just hit the road, man. Hit the road. Go state to state. See what we find. And keep going until we come up missing. Ask Bigfoot to help me stop smoking. He might choke me out. I asked him that. He might choke me out. Shit. If I see Bigfoot, that's not gonna be on my mind. I'm not gonna be asking him, hey man, help me stop smoking. I'm asking him, you want to smoke one? Hey, like, can we be friends? Do you understand me? Was it black? Yeah, it was black, long legs, long neck, big ass bird. He was huge. It was like a crane with the long, skinny legs. He's an amazing dude. Bigfoot is something else, man. Especially, I've been messing with him with the same area for like 10 years. My kids grew up with him. It's like I know I understand what Mark's um, issue and his. There's nothing I said that resembles Siri.
Sorry, I missed that. Could you say it again, please?
I don't want to. I didn't say Siri.
I don't know what that means.
I'm not
If you
talking
like,
to
I
you.
can search the web for. I didn't say Siri.
This is like the second, third time this happened, man. Siri keep kicking in and taking over shit. But I don't feel like. I mean, Mark had the same feeling like he was building up a friendship with him, a trust with him. But it wasn't the Bigfoot that came at him in a bad way. It's something totally different. So you can't confuse what happened with Mark with Bigfoot. He might think it was a Bigfoot, but at the same time, I've dealt with these creatures before. I mean, I'm telling you right now, that's not a Bigfoot. That's not a Bigfoot. The shadows, the black shadow there's going through him, that's not a Bigfoot. That's the same thing that's going on here. That's the same thing that got a hold of Fred and took him over for like 3 months. It's the same thing. That shadow is an entity in itself, and it's not to be reckoned with. And I don't talk about it. I don't try to manifest it. And I've had a run in with it. I've seen it. I haven't. I mean, I've seen the shadow many times, but I try not to issue and I try not to feed it. I try not to acknowledge it to where it gets stronger. So it seemed like the more you ignore it, the less shit happens. Did he have a drug problem? I don't know. I have no idea, but I know for sure that somebody saved his life. They walked up on him at the exact same time. They was choking him out while they was telling him why they was killing him. That's that dark entity, man. You don't want to mess with. If you seen that movie Lost, that's some similar shit, man. Lost was trying to tell you guys something. Maybe you should take a lot of heed to it. I watched that movie. That shit blew my mind. It's a long series, but even at some points in Lost, it got boring and it made you lose some interest, but it picked back up, and that was a great, crazy ass story, man. That was a crazy ass story. There's a lot of confusion. Ask Siri about Bigfoot. Hey Siri, is Sasquatch real?
Here's what I found from USDA.gov. While most people believe the Sasquatch to be a thing of folklore, an urban legend, researcher Thaddeus Gutenberg, with the U.S. Forest Service Mythical Wildlife Division, recently confirmed that Bigfoot is every bit as real as he is.
They just came forward with it and confirmed that Bigfoot is every bit as real as he is. And that's his lieutenant that came forward and said that. So they're finally acknowledging it, but they really ain't got much of a choice with all the evidence in the last couple of years that's been popping up on the internet, on the social media. How can you deny it any longer? I mean, I've been yelled at out there. They sick coyotes on me. There's been incidents out there there's no denying it. I like getting people out there that don't believe in Bigfoot, and I tell them, take one trip out there with me, and you'll come back thinking something different. I did it to so many different people. It's unbelievable. But to look at their face whenever they realize that they're hearing something out there that they can't explain, something's taking off right there. They just can't explain what that is. Right, Mindy. They just admitted it on Siri. Hey, Wilberger, you're trying to get me in trouble. Do I want to do a double agent mission? I'll do that, Long Island. I believe in. It ain't even about believing. I definitely know. I know he's there. I see him all the time. It's not a doubt in my mind if he's there or not. I'm not even it to the point anymore. I'm not even trying to prove to you guys that he's there. I'm just showing you guys what he's doing out there, what's going on that day out there. You know what I mean? It's I'm not even trying to prove to you anymore that he's there. I'm just showing you what I find, what I experience. That's what it comes down to anymore. I know he's there. Let's just see what all he's doing out here. That's just pretty much the state of mind that I'm in at this point. I hear you, Mindy. Michelle Jones. Long Island. Yeah, it definitely was fun to watch. But Siri, man, Siri know what she's talking about. Most of the time. And a lot of times she won't answer some shit. What freaked me out was New Year's at midnight. Somebody asked Alexa, was the world ready to end? And she broke it down into detail, time, date, all that shit. Some about the government slipped up, messed up, and released something. Damn, was it the virus? I might have to call a couple of people and find out exactly what she said. Was she talking about the virus? Man, now that I think about it, it might not be good. It might not be good, man, because she might have been on to something. I gotta do my homework on that one. In the ATL, in town, and outskirts. I believe that shit too, because you got a lot of mountain area around that area, around that. Will I go back to the cave with Bones? Yeah, I've been trying to save that for Fred. I really don't want to scare him off, but I keep going back all the time, every time. The last two times I went there, on the other side of the cave, something ran off. Something just took off full speed away from me as I was approaching it. So I really don't want to keep doing that, and finally they'll give up and just move. I'm trying to wait till I get Fred out there, and once me and Fred's together, we're going down into that cave. Ask her if she works for the CIA. She's not gonna answer me. Now Alexa, she shuts down. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Do you work for the CIA?
Nope.
My girl, good job.
Whatever I can do to help.
Oh, you're good. You're straight. Now she on our team. She said flat out, nope. I don't got nothing to do with them. That's what's up. Serious shit. But is she lying? That's the question you gotta ask yourself. Is she lying? Layers and elements into this world, and hanging with Jeffrey, you can find out more. Right, TM? You said a mouthful, man. And I appreciate that at the same time. Yeah, that's why another thing. The cold weather's setting in, so me and him will both be able to get down in there pretty easy without having to worry about them black widows. Them black widows are big, man. I ain't never seen black widows that big in there. Ask how many planes are flying over me. For real? That's a good question though. I like the cold too, to a point. It gets old real fast, but at the same time, I'd rather be out in the cold than 100 degrees, sweating and all muggy, can't breathe. All right, all right, Siri. Um, hey Siri, how many planes are above me right now?
Okay. I found this on the web for how many planes are above me right now. Check it out.
They sent me to a plane finder, a flight tracker. That's all she did. It's better than mosquitoes. Money Mike's always lifting weights, man. He's getting big. Man, at my grand's wake, I seen him come in with that suit, with that white shirt and that purple tie. He looked like Incredible Hulk. He's getting big. That's what I told him. I was sitting there eating. Like, Mike, man, I might have to start taking a club to your ass. You step out of line, I'm going to beat you with a club. You might be getting a little bit too big for me to just one-on-one with you, but a club will get your ass down. I'll knock your ass out with that club. I don't need a Deborah. Maybe I should, Long Island Bigfoot, maybe I should ask that question before I ask about the CIA. Right now, she pretty much shut down after that first question. If you're in the forest, guys, I mean, not even just the forest, but in the mountain range, there's a lot going on up in the mountains between governments and their underground facilities and the creatures that live with them. It's nuts, man. Mike is a beast. He's huge. I can't believe how strong. It's like he picked up the weights and just never put them down. Every day is his thing. He's down there in the basement, loud music and pumping iron, man. I don't know why, but he's got this drive where he just got to lift weights. He got punching. He got a whole gym going on down there. Really, he got his punching bag and shit. It's free, right? Hey, let him do his thing. Maybe he wants to be a bodybuilder or something. He's big. He's strong. Siri is okay on Google and Android. Right path forward. I got Siri, man. I got the iPhone. UFC Mike. Nah, Mike can't really fight. I mean, not that he can't fight, because he can bust some ass. At the same time, when he was a kid, he was about 4 or 5, I'll say. A bunch of kids was outside playing with golf clubs, hitting golf balls. And while a kid was in mid swing, trying to hit the ball, Mike comes up running to grab the ball. At the same time, the dude caught him right here in the middle of his forehead. That's why when you see Mike, you see that scar, that crease going down. They split his skull wide open, and it can kill him if he got a soft spot right there. So fighting is definitely out of the question. And I think at the same time that made Mike super strong, because he knows that he can't get hit there, and he does anything in his power to make sure that he'll knock you out before you even think about hitting him in his face. Mike don't play. But at the same time, Mike got a good heart. It takes a lot to push Mike over to that point. But when he does, you done messed up. You done really set him off. You have to really push him over the line, and to get him past that point, you done messed up. It's too late. Patty Price, what's going on? But anyways, Bigfoot World, that about wraps up for the Friday Night Live. We had a pretty good night. It wasn't too bad all in all, I guess. Definitely, guys. So next Friday will be the drop of my first 3 shirts, guys. Definitely. I ain't got everything figured out for these shirts, but they're done. They're created. The final stage is the payment process and the shipment process and all that good stuff. That's taking shape now. It'll be figured out by the time next Friday comes. and I'll fill you guys in and start taking orders on. Okay, and that's what's up. That's what's up. I was getting to that, but what was I saying? I'll figure all that shit out by the time next Friday comes. And guys, you definitely want to get at least one of these shirts. These shirts are nice. They're coming out nice. Great material. And I love the saying on them. Dawn, that was a good ass saying. They turned out perfect. That first one turned out perfect. The second one with my cartoon face, it's like I love all three of these shirts. They're perfect. They're perfect. That's me. It's everything about me. You guys, you definitely want to get one. It's going. All the money is that we get from the shirts. Once we pay the cost of them, and the shipping's going to be in one set price. So we'll figure all that shit. We'll talk about that shit later on. But the money and everything that we get from the shirts is going on equipment. And the springtime, I'm trying to get the Colorado Bigfoot coming up in, I want to say, May. I want to shoot for May. Brian, what's up, man? But anyways, guys, like Annette said, if you want to help us get stronger, help us with better equipment, definitely hit up the PayPal. And another thing, guys, I'm working on a PO box so I can start back up the fan wall. I want to get the fan wall built back up. All you guys' letters I'll be putting back up there. And I want to get my room arranged back around where you guys can start seeing the fan wall. It's still there. Don't think that it ain't. And I want to start adding to it. But if you want to help us out, hit the PayPal. The link is in the description. Other than that, guys, you guys have a great, wonderful week. This week, I want to say I'll be heading. I want to get cheese out there this week. So I'll definitely be going out there dropping peanut butter off in Bigfoot Land. I want to get to Forbes State Forest, and I want to check out the waterfall all in 1 week. So I might be pushing the videos up to like an hour long. Hopefully y'all everybody don't get too bored with me. Let's just keep it moving. I want to try to get at least an hour out of each video to get the week out and get all 3 spots out in 1 week. Hopefully I can get that done, and hopefully you guys don't mind an hour video. But with that being said, guys, stay tuned for this next crazy ass adventure. I'm taking my ass to bed, get ready for work in the morning, and I had a good time with you guys tonight. Stay tuned for this next crazy ass adventure, Bigfoot World. Until the next one.